This first song is goes back to kind of my roots, which are in Appalachia, and it's something that Sam Bush and David Grisman wrote, and it's called Dale Boone. Appalachian dulcimer. I've been playing it most of my life. My grandfather used to love to hear this instrument. It didn't matter what I was doing. Could have been down doing heavy, important work down the lower 40 down there, chopping wood, doing anything. He'd be up on the front porch giving me this. I need to hear dulcimer too! Great-grandpa came running way up there, playing a song. He'd be happy. Homework. Important stuff. Forget that biology. I need to hear dulcimer too. Fine, Grandpa, playing the song. This went on for years. I began to think, maybe I'm getting pretty good at this. He finally admitted to me that the only reason he ever had me pull it out was because the shape of it reminded him of Grandma in the old days. She'd go, my little love, standing in the door, shoes and stockings in her hands, and her bare feet on the floor. Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, I say, Shady Grove, my little love, I'll marry you someday. Somewhere in the hills of West Virginia, down some dark hollow on a winding road, when my woman's sick and our baby hungry, since the mine shut down, I've shouldered a heavy load. I took a gun and walked to Raleigh. I just went to steal some milk and bread. The clerk pulled a shotgun from beneath the counter. Next thing I know, he lay there dead. Take me home, where I can rest in peace when my days on earth are gone. Take me home, in this prison cell I wait for death at dawn. Listen, Bob Martin, and being lucky enough to play at the Ryman Auditorium, as I was there for almost 4 years, to stand on that stage where countless stars stood and performed. And they weren't always musicians. They were W.C. Fields and actors and lots of different performers stood there. So it's always been, the thrill of my life to have been able to perform there. But who moved me the most when I stood in that spot center stage was the woman who really brought this into prominence, and that's Mother Maybelle Carter. I bet y'all can sing this with me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch I was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Give yourselves a hand. That was off the page. Dobro, and many of you may have seen it before. I was lucky enough to play with some of the greats when I was at Opryland. Bashful Brother Oswald, of course, was the sweetest man I'd ever met, and without him, I don't think Roy Acuff would have been the same act. He made that sound, he really did. And you know, we spent a lot of time together during those days, and backstage at the Opry, a lot of times waiting on your call to go out. You do a lot of different things back in the dressing room, and there was a night when he and I and several other people were backstage, and we were kind of sitting in a circle. We'd go around the room and tell stories. This night was about different kinds of music that we enjoyed, and as we go around the room, each person would tell about what influenced them or what first music they liked, etc. Well, we were doing that, and there was a young man in the room there with us, a guest of someone's, maybe 14, 15 years old. When it got to be his turn, well, he wanted to talk about heavy metal music. Well, that was fine. We all listened to him, and he told us about the big concert, the big stars, all that sort of thing. Well, everything was smooth until he looked over at Brother Oz. Now, Oz is the oldest one in the room. He said, "Brother Oswald, I bet you don't even know what heavy metal is." And without skipping a beat, Brother Oz said, "Well, certainly I do, young man. It's the lid on the dumpster out back." That was Oz. They don't exist. You know that, don't you? You're the dirty ring around my clean bathtub. You're the razor blade that always leaves the nubs. You're the broken handle on my coffee cup. Gentlemen, this is the best line of the song. You might want to jot this one down. You're a tire that just went flat, and I can't pump you up. Now your voice can make my stomach turn. You're the rain cloud in my sky. One last verse. One last victim.